Let us jump in. Sowing the Seed, Book 2, Chapters 8 to 14.
My name is Aliena of Shiring. I'm the daughter of the Earl Bartholomew of Shiring. At least, I used to be, before my father was arrested for conspiring against the king. And a man I had once refused to marry took control of everything my family had ever owned, including ourselves.
Earl's Castle. Ileana's room. Hello, Ileana.
Where's the girl?
She is where you put her, you fiend. Once the king finds out.
Here's the key. Now go get her. I'm starving.
Oh shit, they're coming. They're gonna come to us. Ah! Wait for Matthew's return. Okay, so let me just check the controls again. Let's look at controls. What are buttons and stuff? Hello, Gimbal. Ileana. So Ileana, as she said at the beginning, she was kind of the daughter of the person that ran this manor. If I remember right, in the first episode, we did see her in the first episode. We saw her when we was controlling the kid, and he wanted to meet her. His little sister wanted to meet a princess, and they went to visit her. Obviously, she didn't. She was dressed up nicely and living in the life of luxury. Not here. Not here. So we didn't get to control her at all in the first one. Right. So we got interact, think. Okay. I think as with most data lit games, the display hint button, what that does is that highlights on the screen stuff you can interact with. And it's like a point and click. So if we go back, it's like, you see it highlights stuff you can interact with.
Are you
What
awake?
was that? So books, chapter 7 of 7. Okay.
Years back, he wanted to see you.
Why am I fooling myself?
May I enter?
There is nothing left.
Well, Matthew wants to come in. I don't know what the icons mean. If you look at the icons, some of them have like a half circle, some of them have a full circle.
Please, you mustn't make him wait.
Oh, he wants me to go open the door, I guess. He has me sleep here. Okay, so this is your fort, so my robes and dresses are all gone.
What's taking so long?
I'm sorry, but I have to come in.
Well, come on then. I don't know where the door is. Oh, it's over there. Look.
Thank the Lord. You're alive.
Of course. Why wouldn't I be? Dear God! Did he hit you?
Well, I suppose he's getting more daring now that his father is about to see the king.
This is taking too long. Go get them.
Right.
Milady, I must ask you, do not provoke him. Not yet. Not until you're properly armed.
Oh, armed. Hello, Dogan. Ellie.
How is Richard?
They treat him like a dog. I gave him a cloak so he wouldn't have to freeze through that storm. There are weapons hidden in the yard. Near the gate. Look for a red piece of cloth.
Okay.
Get down here, and no talking. And don't cause any trouble. I just cleaned my sword.
I wish we got to look in the loft. Matthew, here's some weapons next to a piece of red cloth. Okay.
Finally. Just because I allowed you to sleep in my room doesn't mean you can make yourself cozy in there.
Your room?
What's with your face? Your arrogance makes you ugly. Did you know that?
Well,
I didn't sleep well.
Were you lonely?
We've all been sleeping poorly the last few weeks.
what?
Your father will be the new Earl soon. This castle will be yours. There's no need to keep the lady and her brother hostage.
Matthew. It's all right. I can speak for myself.
Oi, Walter.
Oi.
Looks like the princess needs a servant to do her talking. Can't imagine why I ever wanted to marry that ugly boar. A real lady. That's what I deserve. Maybe even Empress Maud. Yes, I'll marry the Empress. But I will keep on fucking her.
What?
Your words cannot hurt me.
Shut up!
Yeah, I'm right.
I won't.
You have no say around here anymore.
I am still the daughter of your Earl.
You're a common whore, that's what you are.
Oh, how you must enjoy your revenge.
You're just getting what you deserve.
All this just because I wouldn't marry you?
Shut up. Shut up!
Shut up!
You are a sad man who knows nothing but cruelty. God shall punish you for this.
I am the cruel one. You renounced our wedding and made me the laughing stock of the entire Shire.
Stop, both of you. Go outside, girl. Walk it off.
We'll go. We'll go outside.
All right.
We'll
I
find the
shall
weapons.
do so gladly.
Anything you need, William?
Tell the bitch to get me something to eat. I'm starving.
You heard him. Go, now!
We're gonna get him some dinner. Can we poo in it? Can we poop in the dinner? I want you to get him something food. Okay. It's raining. We're not scared of a bit of rain, are we? I mean, not really. Alright.
I always told you
What?
your stubbornness would be your end.
Who sat down their lives? It's Richard. It's our brother.
Nothing. Maybe Matthew meant the other gate. Richard,
Did they let you go? Have you sided with them?
don't be ridiculous. I will never succumb to these beasts.
Beasts? That's a bit rude.
How are you managing?
I'd be managing a lot better if you gave me a sword.
Did he say something funny?
That boy with a sword. Look at his back. He can barely lift his own head. Teach a chicken to fight, might as well just step on it.
Hello.
It won't be long. I will get us out.
Getting us out won't be enough. We need to reclaim the castle.
You can't be that stupid.
They have to pay, Ali. Even King Stephen.
King Stephen may not be aware of this. He needs to know the truth about these people.
Trust me, Ali. I have a plan.
Oh, shit.
Don't.
You can whisper and plot as much as you like. As long as my men are guarding the gate, you'll never get out alive.
Have you seen my red scarf?
Is that all you worry about?
I think Matthew had it last. He said he lost it somewhere.
Then ask him. I'm busy trying to come up with a plan.
Well, at least he's got himself, at least he's got himself free.
Don't do anything stupid.
I won't.
You really haven't seen my scarf?
Ali, drop the nonsense. This is serious.
It's serious.
I'll be
course
back
it's serious.
soon. Don't lose hope.
Yeah.
You do a lot for him. Tending to his horse, watching his prisoners. What do they pay you?
Why do you keep asking me that?
I might be able to pay you more.
Right.
Tell us. How much do you want?
Maybe I don't do this just for the money.
I don't believe you. What else should you gain from being cruel?
An apprentice. Unlike you, Percy Hamley likes the way I've been raising his son.
Okay. Okay. No, you don't want to buy a scarf. The scarf is hiding where the stuff is. We can go in a well. Let's to our room. Let's see what's up on the wall first.
You stay down here with me. Do you hear?
Okay. Let's not go up on the wall. There's my doggy.
Flemish, here, girl. Don't you recognize me? Ah, good girl. It must be hard to catch my scent in this rain.
Oh.
Nothing in there but filthy water.
See if we can go in here. Yeah, okay. See, well, let's go upstairs, but let's go into a storeroom where we're out of his sight. Oh, look at all this love, all this lovely food. Now, he wants some food. And what can we get him that's really
smells horrible in here.
horrible? Look at this rotting fruit upon him. We can give him some rotten apples, right? Spoiled cabbages, rotten apples. Old onions! Mouldy onions. Mushy barrel. Oh, there's something in the barrel. What's in the barrel?
Oh, a dead chicken.
Oh.
What a horrible smell. Someone must have trapped it in here for fun.
A dead chicken!
What a waste. I'm not putting my hand in there.
Why not?
Disgusting. Oh!
We'll take some rotten meat. Teaming with old meat, teaming with maggots and mold. That'll be good to give him for food, right?
These are all rotten.
He'd probably love that. If you cook it up, he won't know, will he? Have some flour too.
Mealworms.
Oh, look at that. Yum. Mealworms. That sounds delicious.
Disgusting. Not even worth trying.
Hello, Miss
It's
Candela.
obvious these are inedible.
The only thing in here we can actually pick up is the meat, which we did. Oh,
Let's see.
What's under the cloth? A head?
A loaf of bread.
Ooh.
And it doesn't look as bad as everything else in here.
I'll take that. We got a loaf of bread and some mouldy meat. Probably been playing it about 10 minutes into this book. Well, this is book 2 though, remember? So this is the second book. We've the first book we played back in August when it came out. No, put that back. No, put it back. There's 3 altogether.
One more step and I'll assume you've got a death wish.
The first one came out in August, so we played it back then. So where's the... I don't see the thing. We came out here obviously to try to see the hit the scarf to look for where the weapon was. So it's not here. I guess we're just gonna go inside. We'll go back in. Give him his mush, his food. Is this game good fun?
Did you get what he asked for?
Yes.
Good. Don't waste his time then.
There is some violence, yes. We haven't had to do any fighting though, but you get to watch fighting.
Matthew.
He's all right. Now get some food, will you?
I got some. We got some mouldy meat and some bread. Have a mouldy meat sandwich. The mold is spreading.
If you're cold, come sit on my lap.
Well, shit. No thanks.
I told you, get me something to eat.
And give him some bread, I guess. I was thinking maybe we have to cook the meat. Hello, eat more chicken. Although the fact you're speaking to chat rather than me, I'm guessing maybe you cannot see or hear me. But as Kimball said, it's book 2 of the Pillars of the Earth. Oh, okay, so we're just gonna give him. We're just giving him the bread. We don't want to piss him off too much. We won't give him the raw moldy meat because he can't eat that. I thought we'd be able to cook it and then give it to him, make him a meat sandwich. But let's give him a bit of bread.
Your food.
Is that all?
After your knights raided the castle, this is all they left.
There must be more.
Would you rather have some meat?
Some moldy meat.
You.
What?
You really think you can play your silly games with me?
I am still the daughter of the Earl, and by the law of the King, you are my subject.
Oh my. Forget what I said about your arrogance. It actually makes you quite pretty. Huh?
In the name of my father, you will die for this!
Master Richard, don't!
Well, shit.
Stupid boy. Almost as stupid as his sister. I'd rape you if I could. But you're not my kind of lass. What's with her? She dead?
Leave her. The king has not yet spoken. Wait till your father is an earl proper. Then you can do with her whatever you want.
Damn! To hell with it. She's so ugly, no one would ever want to take her anyway. Put them with the animals until the king has decided.
Well. So yeah, Miss Canella, there is a little bit of violence, but you're not controlling the violence. It's just happening around you. So as you can see, we just started this book. That was like the little prologue to the book. So I'm guessing those events there must have happened way after the events of after the events of the first book, because in the first book, they were both still in this castle, and it was their father, the Earl, was still there. Obviously, here, from what we're hearing, he's been taken prisoner. It was very Van Gogh. Yes, it was. And book 2, Sowing the Wind. Eliana. He's asleep. Maybe we can get past him and sneak away. We got a sword though. Matthew hid some weapons next to. Oh no, we gotta find this. We gotta find a sword, right? Move, Richard, please.
Richard! Richard! Wake up!
It's a hammer. Kimball's been
It's
here.
too high. I'm chained to a post. I can't reach it.
Kimball's
If
been
only
here.
it was closer.
If only it was closer.
It's just out of reach.
Of course it's just out of fucking reach. Everything is always just out of reach. We haven't got any items at all in our inventory. We're gonna wake him the fuck up and get him to kick it or something.
Come on, I need you to wake up.
Let me throw something at his head.
Hey!
Hey! If we get a horseshoe, throw it at the hammer, it might
Ali?
fall off the hook.
Ali,
Then we can
my
pick it up,
ear.
right?
How did you free yourself before?
I don't know. When they put me here, they had the shackles fitted to my ankles. But today, I somehow managed to slip through. These 3 weeks must have made me very determined.
Yes, and very thin. What were you thinking, charging William like that?
I had to protect you.
Oh.
That was very brave of you.
I don't know.
It was. Father will be proud when you tell him. How do you feel?
Hot.
The wound is boiling your blood. We need to get you someplace dry and cool so you can heal.
Ali, they shackled us. I will die here.
Calm down. You'll only make things worse.
There's no dying here.
Richard, throw me that horseshoe.
Throw? How's he gonna
It's
throw
not
it?
hard enough to break the chain. I already tried.
I'll think of something. Just give it to me.
Kick it? Oh, he's not gonna throw it though, is he? There we go. So he gets his hands tied up, but we only get this chain around our waist.
Don't give up. We will get out of here.
Yes, we
And
will.
what then?
We'll find Father. He'll know what to do.
I heard them say that he's with the king in Winchester.
Then that's where we'll go. You'll see. He'll make things right again. Don't give up. We will get out of here.
I don't know.
Alright, come on. Thank the Lord, Richard is alive. Right. So we're going to try to luz the, we're going to pretend we're at a fairground and luz the horseshoe with a hammer and hope to God that she's a good shot. Oh fuck, it's down to us to be a good shot. Yeah! Okay, we've got a hammer. Can we hammer ourselves on the head? It's going to be a bit noisy, isn't it? Oh yeah.
Shh. I'll open yours next. Can you stand?
I'll try.
Alright, well
Good.
he's still asleep over there,
Then
right?
wait here. I'll find us a way to get out of here.
Let's take his horse.
Yes, good idea. But first we need the weapons Matthew hid for us.
If we calmed William's horse, we could flee! Yes, you did miss the story. I mean, the characters we're playing here, and we're playing like Aliana. She only played a very minor part in the first book. We saw her right at the very end, and she was living in this place with her father was still here, rather than being a prisoner. So we don't exactly know how it happened. You know, we didn't see how we got took away or how they came to be like this. I don't remember all the events of the first book because the game didn't have any sort of recap, which is unfortunate. It was unfortunate.
Try to stay sharp. If he wakes up, shout and run as fast as you can. Do you hear?
I will.
The game's like based on the books of the same name. Let's pet the horse. Be nice. Oh,
Careful! He doesn't seem to like that.
of course he does. Alright, let's have a look around first before we do anything with the horse. I mean, you got our objective at the top left, so our objective is to find the stash. We know it was hidden by a red scarf, if we can find it. It might be up the top. We couldn't go up the top before. She said near the gate. So obviously the gate, there's the gate. We couldn't go up here before, right? Last time, so maybe we can sneak up there. We'll look over this way first. We got a dog here. The dog's probably going to be noisy. We can't take the dog with us. Maybe we can go this side as well. We couldn't go that side before. Best book you've ever read, Sheldon? No, I never read the book. I mean, I never read it. I mean, I'd heard of it, but it's not something I'd ever read before, you know, the games were announced. But the art style of the game kind of appealed to me, and I know some folks told me that the books were very good before we saw the first like the first book for the PC. I think Wybook was someone that was telling us it was very, very good. Yeah, I know some of the bad guys. So she can walk over there behind them without them
There
seeing.
used to be all kinds of weapons here, along with Father's knife.
Well, there's the scarf on the right.
Now
right?
there is nothing.
There, look, there's a scarf. Okay, so that's the scarf that he buried, or he buried for us. So I guess we need to walk around the wall, and we can walk around the top. If we walk over there now, I'm sure that we got a Hugh, Axe, Ugly, Gervais. They're going to see us, and it's not going to be a good time. So if we go back and go up on the walk around the wall, because it looks like that's at the top, isn't it? So I'm guessing getting spotted is probably not going to be a good idea. Hopefully we can get past this guy without him waking up. I mean, she's only small and light, so...
I have to say, that battle was a bit short for my taste.
Inspector Henchman. So William Henchman, being from politely ambitious noble family, William Hamleys commands a small group of his own. He likes to keep his three most trusted men by his side: Water, Huge Axe, and Ugly Gervais. Hugh Axe, what a name. They like to are knights known for violence and loyalty. Their names alone strike fear into the hearts of their enemies. Water was once William's instructor, and taught him to fight and ride since William was a boy. Now Water is his bodyguard and right-hand man. Okay, so this is a bunch of stuff we collected from the first game.
They're not.
Map at a Priory. This is the Priory here. This is the Kingsbridge Priory is the event where we spent the majority of Book 1. We spent the majority of Book 1 here as a monk called Philip. I'm guessing we're going to see those characters again at some point.
I found it. Matthew's piece of cloth.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so we got a weapon. We got a weapon each. Got a dagger, and he's got a sword, right? So we gotta do. I guess we gotta try to mount the horse. Let's take the saddlebag off if we can, because it'll make him lighter.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Easy. Easy now.
What are you doing? The horse nearly woke the guard.
The knot is too tight.
Let's do it. Alright. Some oat you found in William's saddlebags. Okay. Sure, we'll take it. Got some oats. Maybe if we can feed him some oat and that'll cool and calm him down a bit, right?
Oh, you look hungry.
Give him some
Want
food.
to eat?
If we feed him, he might like us. Oh yeah. Have some of
It's
that.
calm now. Try to mount it, Richard.
But where do we go?
To Winchester, of course. We need to find Father and talk to the king. They must find out what's happening here.
Where do we go?
Now
Anywhere
climb on.
but here.
It won't eat forever.
Come on. Get on there, you bastard.
Now me.
Now me! Okay.
Oi! You there! Stop!
Oi, you there!
Come off!
Oh. They're coming after us. Whoa, look, what? Okay, so you can choose where we go. So we can go. Well, actually, you can only go one. We've only got one option at the moment, which is to go into the forest.
The thought that they could catch up with us urged me to ride onward. It rained relentlessly. After a while, Richard's moaning got weaker, but I did not dare look back, for I feared to see William Hamley right at our heels. I forced the horse to go faster, hoping that my brother would not succumb to his wounds.
Alright. Right on to Winchester.
We headed toward Winchester. The king would make things right if we explained them to him. He had to. It wasn't long until Richard almost fell off the horse. Touching his forehead, I realized he had a high fever. His mutilated ear was red, hot, and swollen.
You're probably gonna have to stop somewhere, right?
A sound startled me. From the thicket of the forest emerged a woman. I was ready to draw the dagger that was flush against my forearm. I asked her to give us her name. This was her forest, she said, so we should be the ones introducing ourselves.
Okay.
I proclaimed that I was the daughter of the Earl of Shiring, traveling with my brother. I can tell your nobility by your manners. She smiled and revealed in turn that she was the wife of the local verderer. Seeing Richard's ear, she said that he needed help. Luckily, their hut was nearby. She offered us food, shelter, and care.
So, we get to. I mean, we're always being chased. We can. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna do that because he might die otherwise. Because there are consequences. If we just ride on, he might die, right? And if we stop here, they might catch us. But let's take a chance.
We followed her to the hut. It was further than she had led us to believe. There, I helped my brother off the horse and let the woman take the horse's reins.
That could be a mistake.
The hut was rather barren, with few furnishings. It was almost as cold as outside, and there was no sign of her husband. Richard dropped onto one of the creaky stools. The woman lit a fire, which came alive with a crackle and gave out a warming glow. I told her that we may have nothing to give her now, but if she managed to make Richard well again, we'd come back and reward her one day. She finally turned towards us again, an odd smile on her lips. Something was strange about her expression.
Well, shit. I got a feeling that this is not going to end well.
She nodded towards the fire. There was a sound outside, but she distracted my attention by turning to Richard.
Well, shit.
She started to explain that to close a wound, one must gently press a hot piece of metal against the flesh. This will stop demons and bad smells from entering the body. The woman's eyes kept darting to the door, so I turned my head to see what it was she was looking for. The moment after I'd turned my head, my own knife was pointing at my face. She'd noticed the dagger in my sleeve and had yanked it out before I knew what was happening. She apologized. It's a tough world, and it's eat or be eaten. There was another noise outside. He's here, she said.
Well, poop. So who is? I don't know. I mean, looking at the character here, who is that? That's not the guy that was chasing us, right? I don't think it was. If we can run or fight. Now, obviously, if you, our brother can't run. He is injured, right? He cannot run with us. What are we going to do to fight? You're not going to fight. Let's just fight. See what
I
happens.
swiftly grabbed a splintered board from the ground and pointed it at her in defense. Suddenly, I was grabbed from
There's
behind,
no way you
and the
can run,
next
I don't
moment
think.
I landed hard on the floor.
Maybe it's not as bad as it seems.
He examined us and our weapons and broke into laughter. He stepped closer to reach for Richard's sword, but his wife interrupted. We can't sell that. Everyone would know who that sword belonged to. The man grunted in agreement and turned to leave. Before she followed him, she dropped my dagger. "Burn out your brother's wound with this," she said, and disappeared. We heard the whinnying of William's horse and the stomping of hooves from outside. We stood, frozen, until Richard told me to go and have a look. As I did, the outlaws were long on their way, and our mount with them. The hut probably hadn't belonged to them in the first place, but at least it meant a roof over our heads for the night.
That wasn't so bad. I mean, we stayed alive. We lost a horse, but we're alive, right? And we're warm.
The fire was still burning. We had no other choice but to trust the word of the outlaw. The heated dagger trembled in my hands. "Do it, Ali, I can take it." Richard tried to sound brave. A horrible hissing sound and the smell of burnt flesh filled the hut when the blade touched his ear. But it seemed to work. For a few hours, I guarded the door while Richard slept, but soon I fell asleep too.
Well, poop.
We walked for 2 more days with only brief rests in between, but we finally arrived at the city gates of Winchester. Richard was weak, but at least we were still together, and we were sure that together we would find a way to escape this nightmare.
Yes, we made it there, and we both made it there. I think that's probably a positive. I bet if we ran, I reckon he would probably died. Chapter 8. Okay, what you did when facing William, you spoke by for yourself. You enraged William by serving him dried bread. You scolded Richard for attacking William. You successfully escaped Earl's Castle. You trusted a woman on the road and got robbed. You burnt Richard's wound out and made it to Winchester. Now, if we would have ran, I reckon if we would have ran, there's a good chance to he might have died, right? He might have died, I reckon. Or we might have had to leave him behind and he wouldn't be with us, so I think it was a good choice. Chapter 9.